George in Singapore for more of his exclusive with President Trump. George?
Thanks, guys. And as Robin mentioned, I also talked to the president about that G7 summit. This is the second summit in several days for the president, coming off that meeting in Canada with our closest allies, which really was a failed summit. It ended with the president pulling out of the joint communique there over the issue of trade, having very harsh criticism of the Canadian Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. And of course, Canada is one of our oldest allies. I asked the president to explain that dizzying diplomacy. This has been a dizzying few days of diplomacy for you. You know, you're reaching out here to Kim Jong-un, longtime enemy of the United States, coming off of that summit in Canada with those tough words for the Canadian Prime Minister. How do you explain that to people who might be confused that we're reaching out to our enemies, antagonizing our allies?
Well, no, I have great friendships. If you speak to Prime Minister Abe, who I'm helping a lot, because, you know, Japan, 3 or 4 times they had missiles going right over the middle of Japan. I have a very good relationship with Prime Minister Abe. I have a great relationship with the new man who I like a lot, as you know, from Italy. He just won, and, you know, we had very good, and frankly, really good with Merkel, really good pretty much with all of them. I was very surprised because we actually were getting ready to sign a document. I made them make various changes, and you know the so-called semi-famous picture of...
I've seen the picture.
Right. She was looking at me. You know what we were doing? We were talking while we were waiting for the final copy of the document. That was such an innocent picture. You know, we put out that picture. That was put out by my people. That was really a picture of me sitting this way, and I'm waiting for the document so we can final read it. What happened is we had a final document. I wasn't 100%, but I wanted to leave nicely. So we had a document. I get into Air Force One, the television's on, and I see a news conference being given by the Prime Minister of Canada.
Because Canadians were polite, we're reasonable, but we also will not be pushed around.
And I said, oh, that's nice, Justin's giving, and then he talked about how they won't be bullied, and I said, what's this all about? He didn't do that to my face. What's this all about? But here's what the story is. We have been taken advantage of as a country for decades by friends and enemies both. We have been, our trade is a disaster, our trade deals. We lose $817 billion was the last count on a yearly basis. Think of it, George. In other words, when you add China and all of the other places, Germany, the European Union is a disaster for us. We lost $151 billion last year. Billion, not million. We lost $151 billion. They don't take our product. They won't take our agriculture. We lost 151. Now, they were at the meeting, the European Union. I can't be thrilled. I let them know. And I said, fellas, we got to change it. And if you don't change it, we're not going to do trading.
Fine.
I just do want to say, though, that picture was really supposed to be a friendly picture. That was put out by us. And we were waiting for the document to come back so we could read it. I left. Everybody was happy. Everybody shook. You should ask Prime Minister Abe. Everybody was happy. And then he gave out a little bit of an obnoxious thing. I actually like Justin. You know, I think he's good. I like him. But he shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. That's going to cost him a lot of money.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.